Thanks, Jim, and this is Justin Stone from EliteBaseball.tv coming to you from the Majestic Coaches Corner. As I've been out watching youth games this spring and summer, one area of concern is how players hold a runner on second base. Today we're going to talk about that to eliminate the inefficiency of opening up huge holes in your middle infield for the opposition to hit through. We're going to start by positioning. Keep in mind that most ground balls are rolled over. Most ground balls are to the pull side. Therefore, when we hold a runner on second base, the opposite infielder is going to hold that runner. So let's say we have a left-handed batter up right now. The left-handed batter is going to tend to pull balls to the right side. So we're going to have our shortstop do this hold. How the shortstop holds the runner is by putting pressure on the runner at his left hip pocket. We want the base runner to feel proximity of that infielder kind of breathing down their neck or feeling pressure behind them. So by keeping on their left hip pocket, the other thing that we do is keep the third base coach honoring the proximity of the infielder to the bat. So we're going to creep up behind him. We want to feel pressure. You'll end up hearing middle infielders that will stomp their foot or tap their glove so that the base runner is well aware that right behind them, that middle infielder is holding them close and could try to pick them at any time. What this typically will do will stop the feet of the base runner from going towards third base. Base runners at second base are taught to keep their feet alive, continuing to shuffle. Small steps towards third base to get momentum or eventually steal the bag. But if we can stop the base runner's feet, we've done our job as a middle infielder holding that runner. Better yet, by putting pressure on that left hip pocket, if we can get the base runner to take one step back, now it's time for us to retreat back to our position. And that's exactly how it's done. This ends up being a timing play between the middle infielder and the pitcher. Once the base runner's feet are stopped, or he takes that one step back to the bag, or we hear that third base coach yelling, "Back one," we've done our job, we backpedal, retreating to our position, and at that time the pitcher's going to lift his knee and go home. So we have to work that timing in practice between our pitcher and our middle infielder, knowing when the middle infielder backs off to his position, it's time now for the pitcher to take his motion home. So we've done our job there from the shortstop position by feeling pressure and holding proximity to the bag. With a right-handed hitter up, the right-handed hitter is going to tend to pull balls to the left side of the infield. So our second baseman's going to hold, and it's a slightly different type of hold. Because the base runner can see him, we're going to start a little bit closer to the bag. This is a two-step rule. 2 full strides from the bag, we're going to hold that base runner with proximity. By being this close, the base runner has to honor us, meaning if he gets any further away, because the second baseman is now closer to the bag than what the base runner is, we have an opportunity to pick him off. This is often done with a daylight play. That's flashing the glove or flashing the hand and breaking to the bag, which signals the pitcher to make the pickoff attempt towards second base. That's usually done, the daylight play, at higher levels of baseball and doesn't need to be introduced to youth baseball unless you're playing on a major travel circuit. By just this type of hold and holding with proximity, it will make the base runner honor our distance from the base. Now, once again, that we've stopped the feet of the base runner, or he takes that one step back to the bag or is stopped, and we hear that third base coach yelling, "You're good, back one." We've done our job as a middle infielder, and now I'm shuffling again. Back to my position, where in turn the timing of the pitcher is to go home. So what we've eliminated here is a couple things that I see oftentimes when I go out to games. Number one, a middle infielder standing on the base in order to hold the runner. It's not the same rules as a first baseman. We're not holding him on the bag. We're not starting on the bag. What this does, it opens up a huge hole on one side of the field that makes it easy to hit through. Our job as an infielder is to play our position first. Holding the runner is secondary. So if we hold with proximity, we're allowed to do our number one priority, and that is playing our position. From the shortstop side, the same rules apply. We don't want to have 2 middle infielders holding at the same time, certainly not one standing on the bag, so we don't need both middle infielders active trying to hold the runner. By holding with proximity, we have one always playing the position and one able to retreat to the position, so we have both middle infielders in place by the time the ball enters the hitting zone. Using this style to hold your runner at second base is going to alleviate those holes and eliminate several extra hits throughout the course of a game. To see tips like this, come visit our position videos at EliteBaseball.tv. We have a summer special going on now. But until next week, we'll see you on the Majestic Coaches Corner and we'll see you on the field.